Let there be peace and love. Welcome, Satsang. One needs knowledge to remove ignorance. And knowledge is still ignorance. It's just the opposite, a different mood of the mind. You need realization of the self to remove both. Now, if you speak from knowledge, you become a preacher, a missionary. If you speak from your own self, you are nobody. It's nobody's voice. Just to say, the big difference between religion and the indication we follow in satsang. For religion, you need to believe. They bring faith. You have to believe. And you have to trust those who bring the truth, who tells the truth. So they become holy person, chosen ones. In this indication of the satsang, you are already yourself. Don't listen to your mind. The self may choose you to make you disappear. So the thirst you have for the self will just make you disappear in what is. Here there is no question of choice, chosen ones, transmission and teaching, and faith. Beliefs. I would say faith. Surely faith is necessary in the indication because you trust it looks like that will help you to realize. But it is not in a belief. It is in an indication which always throws you back from where you are, where you always are. And one of the sayings in satsang, it is very important, essential to hear it. The master is not a form, is not a name, so you may need as a support for some time the form and the name which speaks your language, the language of your thirst for realization. But it will disappear on its own. Probably these thoughts come to me because you see I saw a few new ones who were wondering what is the difference between a sect, a religion, or this. So this came. You want some coffee, Mahatma?
No, it's not good.
It's not good, huh? Ooh. For whom is it good? Huh? There's a lot.
Maybe because of him.
Ah, yeah, sure.
It's the homeopathy.
Anything you want to bring in satsang to be welcome. You want to play with other boys? You can play?
Yeah, he wanted to be in satsang.
Yeah, very good. And when you feel it is enough, you can go and play. They come also in satsang after some time, as you like. Something came to you? No. You don't consider what counts? Hmm? You don't give value to what counts?
Sometimes.
But you know there is no value. The habits may be strong. Yeah, one should never forget, even if it looks one is taken away, it has to know it's nothing. It's maybe totally contradictory from the experience of the body-mind, but it's absolutely nothing. I'm not that. One has to be bold to tell oneself that, but it's only like that in the end you create your own strength, your own love to be real. And you, Shivani, something made you come? Something particular made you come? Or you want to hear something?
I think what made me come is that I still find myself many times identified with the one that is scared of the mind. So when that identification is not there, it's nothing. But then sometimes I see these appearing of, oh, but if this comes, or you'll be caught again. So kind of trying to put a wall for the thoughts not to come back.
But listen, even when there is an identification, it's nothing. It's an appearance. When there is nothing, there is nothing. When there is something, there is nothing. So where the fear can feed herself. How the fear could rise when it is so.
the fear?
could rise
Ah,
is because you think that it should always be looking like nothing. The nothing in both cases is just not only the opposite of something. It's just there is not such a thing different than your own self. And if you can tell nothing, it means you don't confuse yourself with a mind who is quiet, which doesn't present anything, or even a mind which presents you something. That something has not to become nothing. So that something is nothing. Like nothing is nothing. It is not that it was something before. It's just nothing. And telling nothing is not even true because then it becomes a concept. It's just a way to tell there is only your own self. Just don't pick up aspects. You are identified, it's a manifestation this way. You are disidentified, doesn't mean anything. It's a manifestation this way. You are always yourself. So after all, it is not about disidentifying. You have just to realize there is nothing else than your own self. And for that, for an instant, you don't grasp what your mind tells or describes. And if the power of habits are still strong, just do that every instant, whenever it comes. So it is not to try to transform your personality into a disidentified personality. Impossible, first of all. Hmm?
I think that's what happens. Trying to
Yes, of
identify from
course.
the personality.
But
then-
now you understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Then where are you if you understood that?
I'm here and I see still things coming, but it's okay.
I would not say so.
Mm.
No, you just keep quiet there for an instant. When you demystify everything, even the so-called reality of nothing, you see, what you have to do. If all this is taken, where are you? Don't tell. You are in your own self. Just keep quiet there. And don't go back to describe whatever is there. This is the habit, you see, to describe. To describe. We lose our life in describing oneself. The one we think we are. We spend our life in trying to describe the best, the one we think we are, and all the progress we make by comparisons. We lose our life in visions and trying to achieve them and accomplish them. We lose our life staying in ignorance, rejecting a search for the essential, and we lose our life in postponing the realization, in remaining as a seeker. It's not needed. It's very illusory pastime. You like it? Is it new to you?
So far, yes.
Of course, so far. When you don't like it, you tell me?
Sorry.
When you don't like it, you tell me?
Of course.
If you have any question, don't sit on it. Huh? You have to ask, you see, if there is any important question or something you want to share. It's better. Otherwise, it's always somewhere in a corner. You create a mind with corners, otherwise there may not be even a mind. But if you create a corner, there is a mind. Mm. You see what is said, which looks very simple too. It may take time to hear it. Of course, nearly everybody is in satsang for years, so that becomes very simple in the mind. But it can take years to really not be in conflict with what is said. So it means you are no more in conflict, which is wonderful. For example, for those who don't come to satsang, they read very good books that they love about the inquiry, investigation of the self. And by a serious reading, by time, with time, you may understand what's about what. In the end, you may understand that this question, who am I, may be the answer itself, and then you keep quiet, because everything can be written. But for some reason, it remains a knowledge. Why? Because it is not done. This is the map, you see, the indication. Map can be given, can be learned, even though it may take time to know well the map, but it can be swallowed, learned, memorized, and you know exactly what to do, and you may even tell what to do. But the authority of what is said has to come from having been done. Keep quiet. You have to know, you have to keep quiet in order to tell keep quiet. It's not just like a talk, I take a coffee and you can do it this and that way, and you have to be able to keep quiet to say that. You have to be able to know, even to experience or realize what is beingness before speaking of beingness. Otherwise, as I said, it would be a preaching, a teaching. And in satsang, that's why it is so important, satsang alive, is that a stolen moment where this is, I could say practice, but it's not a good word, because there is no object to practice. But it's a stolen moment to go into the direction of keeping quiet. Because how do you know what means keeping quiet? If you still work with your mind taken for real, you will fall into nothingness, absoluteness, eternity, whatnot. Keeping quiet is not even to catch the experience, any experience, including this experience of metaphysical or philosophical sayings. But that you learn when it's alive. It has to be alive. Otherwise, as Master says, we could be messengers. My Master said, you can tell the truth. You are my messengers. As messengers, it's always very nice, at least to tell this exists. Maybe you like it. Come on. But then come to my Master. But if you want to realize yourself, you have to do it. So that's a very good opportunity, wherever, but satsang helps also for this. And if anything rises as an hindrance or something which you feel it has to be cleared up, don't accept it. Please ask, what is this? How come? And if you know it's arising, I don't listen. If it is your experience, then don't ask, don't touch it. Maybe that's what you do, that's why you don't speak. But I like to tell it because it's so important. It is so important not to remain in self-knowledge. That's what I want to say. Yes. Hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you. What I saw is everything is God.
Yes. Yes.
And what I do in daily life these days, I want to leave everything alone, this life alone.
Yeah.
When I'm working or anything
okay.
to do, just leave this alone because it is the life. This is the mind.
Yes.
And what I did sometimes, I just ask him who experienced this, and who am I? This is very good for me.
Yes.
This, who am I? Because it's just, things happen. Just comes and goes. And for me, this is very good if I stop looking. I will stop looking for myself.
Yeah.
And only just working, doing things, and if something is strange, cover, there is a covering, I just ask this, who am I? Who has got this? And that's what I am
Okay.
doing.
Yeah, okay. Very nice. Continue that. Beautiful. And know that what we call thought or the mind isn't real. It's nothing, in fact. It's nothing, even though the senses brings it as if it was real. But,
Yes.
very good, good. Extremely better than before. Extremely.